Hello everyone, it's me here with a message from the year 2050. I have some incredible news to share with you. As you might have heard, we had quite a few major breakthroughs in the past few years regarding space travel and colonization. The first crewed missions to Mars landed successfully, and the first self-sustaining colony was established on the Red Planet. So let us make the most of this time and dive right into the amazing updates from the year 2050. So let me give you an update on what happened there and tell you about the latest developments that will take humanity to the next level. This was followed by several supply drops and test missions, until the first people arrived in 2042. At first, these missions focused on exploring the surrounding area and conducting various experiments. As I mentioned earlier, there were only 100 people living at the Ares base. This might sound like a lot, but keep in mind that this is a massive planet with a surface area larger than all of Earth's dry land combined. And so far, they've only explored a tiny fraction of it. After spending almost a year in space, they had a lot of stories to tell about their experiences on Mars. But by 2048, they began to focus on establishing a permanent presence on Mars with the construction of the Ares base. Upon further investigation, the crew discovered something incredible. This mineral, called jarosite, was found in the clay minerals that were brought back by the sample return missions. Jarosite is a hydrated iron oxide that forms in the presence of acid. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe, so you never miss an update from the future. Until then, keep looking up. Its discovery suggests that there may have been liquid water on Mars in the past, which could mean that the planet was once habitable. Well, not exactly water as we know it, but a form of ice that can be processed into both water and oxygen. Who knows what other secrets the Red Planet is hiding? This is a game changer because it means that they won't have to rely on Earth for supplies anymore. In fact, they could potentially use this water to support a much larger population. By 2050, the base was fully operational and capable of sustaining a crew of 100 people. They decided to spend an extra 3 months surveying the area and collecting samples to bring back to Earth. This will help scientists better understand the composition of the planet and hopefully lead to even more discoveries. They were supposed to be there for just under a year, but they extended their stay by 3 months to help out the people at the Ares base. As you probably know, the first human settlement on Mars was named Ares Base after the ancient Greek god of war. One of the biggest challenges facing any space colony is the need to extract resources from the planet's crust. This is especially true for Mars, which has a very thin atmosphere and little to no magnetic field, meaning that it's constantly bombarded by harmful radiation from the sun. It wasn't named after Elon Musk's character in the movie 300 though. Sintering is a process of heating and cooling a material without melting it. In the case of Martian soil, this causes the fine grains to bond together, creating a solid mass. This process has been successful in creating bricks, tiles, and even 3D printed structures. These building materials are not only strong and durable, but they also offer protection from radiation. Let me tell you a little more about how this settlement came to be. Just a quick heads up before I begin. This is a time-starved channel and we only have a few minutes together. Let's start with the latest mission to Mars. Crew 6 arrived at the Red Planet in February this year. It all started back in 2033 when the first crewed mission to Mars landed on the Red Planet. The most recent mission to Mars, Crew 6, arrived at the perfect time because the previous crew was scheduled to return to Earth in April. This gave the new crew enough time to get acquainted with the base and its operations before taking over. They helped unload the latest supply drop, which included a bunch of new equipment for expanding the base and conducting new experiments. But let's talk about why they extended their stay. In addition to that, during one of the routine scans of the Martian soil, the spectrometer detected an anomaly. And this brings us to the reason why Crew 6 extended their stay. As for the crew itself, they arrived back on Earth in July, where they were greeted by a hero's welcome. Now let us move on to some other exciting developments from 2050. Fortunately, researchers have developed a way to convert the red Martian dust into building materials using a process called Another exciting development is the discovery of a new mineral on Mars. This is just one example of the many scientific discoveries that have been made possible by the exploration of Mars. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey through time.